basically from our discussion, we thought that I should present some broad use case scenario, so to speak. For example, yeah, I mean, as you must have heard from so many news clippings, the government is definitely interested in cloud computing, and then as you could see that we have set up a website called apps.gov, which is supposed to be a storefront for procurement of the cloud services. So that shows the seriousness with which the cloud computing offerings are being offered now. To take a use case scenario, for example, if the government is interested in subscribing to a SaaS application, so the agency will typically have a user base which consists of not only federal employees but also contractors as well. So in which case, of course, the agency is ultimately responsible for the data that is being generated and processed by the SaaS application. So, and then of course, the agency is also playing the role of an identity provider in the sense that it has to identify all the identity attributes and all the access requirements for all users and roles for that particular application. So with this scenario, the identity meta system actually becomes as follows. The government becomes identity provider because it has to provide all the identity attributes and access requirements. And then of course the service provider is obviously the SaaS. And then, so in this scenario, so what happens is, what is the identity infrastructure should be? So that's what the question is. So if the agency has been having say a authentication by means of some federated protocols, and it has a federation server, and then the SaaS provider also has a federation server, then it's a question of just syncing up. But the real world is not as simple as that. So literally, so you do have a different agency identity infrastructure at the agency level and different one at the SaaS provider level. So, and then even if both of them use some standard federation protocols like the SAML or information card and so on, so there are so many of them, so they may not be the same on both sides. And similarly, the account management APIs, the user management are definitely proprietary at this point. So in which case, not all the systems support standardized user provisioning protocols such as the SPML and so on. So, and that is the issue of heterogeneity of account management. Hence, synchronizing user attributes between the agency directory and the SaaS provider's directory is definitely an issue. So with all this scenario in the background, so the government is looking into some of these issues, like for example, as Jim was mentioning during this one, the federal ICAM initiative, where 1.0 draft has just been put up on 30th of October. So also it is not specifically targeted towards cloud computing. It lays down some sort of higher level architecture which can literally support multiple authentication protocols and provisioning approaches, and possibly could be distilled to generate some components for building a broker trust model in the context of cloud computing. But some of the parameters for a broker trust model are very clear in the sense that the identity itself should be offered as a cloud service. So that should be better in the case of this context. And secondly, it should be able to support multiple federation protocols. So, and then, so this is what I had to convey. And then, so in fact, one of the questions that was asked was, since government has a set of controls laid down for information systems like the FISMA controls, is there going to be a corresponding effort in the case of clouds? Yeah, the thinking is now there may be a corresponding set of controls that may be developed, of course leveraging many of the controls that are already there in ASP 853. So that's the scenario itself.